Hello, welcome back to another episode. It is episode 10, so I think we should check in to see how close we are to taking on the Wither. And we are very close, actually. I think there's just a couple more things we need to run back to the Nether for. One of which being Netherite, or ancient debris Netherite, to make Netherite. We don't necessarily need Netherite before we take on the Ender Dragon. This diamond armor is probably good enough, but I'd like to at least make Netherite before we go and do it. So that's what we're going to do. Another thing we need in the Nether is to find a warped forest so we can find the Enderman and get the Ender Pearls from them. And the last thing outside of those two Nether items that we need is some potions. But we have all of the ingredients that we need. We just need to craft up some of the actual potion ingredients. So, we are not going to do any of that today. Today, I think it is time that we make an iron farm. So we're going to put it right here, right behind me at that hill. We're going to put it way up in the sky. And I think I have everything I need for it. I have a bunch of sandstone, I have some acacia planks, some glass, 16 signs, some water, some fences, 3 gates. I'm taking a stone cutter because I'm going to turn some of these sandstone into cut sandstone and the decorative sandstone blocks. I'm using sand as scaffolding today, just to get up into the air. I'm also going to need 16 hoppers, 2 chests, and at least 1 bucket of lava. I'm probably going to use 2 buckets of lava though, just to make it look a little bit better. And last but not least, we're going to need a name tag. So I'm going to go run over to my librarian, and I'm going to trade some of these emeralds for a name tag. This guy right here, as you can see from the diamond hanging from his belt, is our master librarian. And when you get a master librarian, the last trade that he'll unlock is emeralds for a name tag. So that's how we're going to get our name tag today. So we have our name tag, and I will show you what we need that for in a little bit. But for now, let's get it started on the actual build itself. There are a couple of factors to keep in mind when picking a location for this iron farm. First off, you're going to want it far enough away from any of your other villagers that it creates its own village. And so since our breeder's over there and our librarian tower's over there, and I'm not planning on putting any other villager buildings over here, I think this is going to be a good spot. The next thing is we're going to build it up in the air. We're going to build it way up there. And so we're going to need a spot for the iron golems to fall. They're going to fall for a ways, and then we're going to use what's called a lava blade to kill them and get their drops. So I think right here is probably going to be a good spot. It's far enough away from our reed farm, and it's far enough away from everything else that I think it'll be a good spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark out a little area here. It's a 3x3. I want to make it 4 wide. A 4x4. Alright, so this is where our iron golems are going to fall, and they're going to be killed in here. I'm going to put down some water down here so that I can just jump down and have a safe spot to land and not have to worry about having to dig through my pillar all the time. Alright, now that we're back up at the top of our pillar, we can actually start building this this iron farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chiseled sandstone blocks here. I'm going to put a block there, a block here, and a block here. Then I'm going to take my acacia planks. I'm going to repeat this here, and I'm just going to outline this acacia plank section. Just like that. Alright, so what I just built here is a single spot for a villager. There's going to be a bed right here, and then the villager is going to stand here. And then this is going to be glass right here. And then this spot right here is going to be where our zombie is going to stand. And then we're going to have another villager bed this direction and another villager bed this direction. So I have some building to do here, and I'm going to put a block on the front just to make it look better. So again, 3 out. Surround it with my decorative blocks. And then I'm going to put blocks here just so that I don't fall while building this thing. 2, 3. And I think I like the idea of putting blocks here too. So this is what our first layer then looks like. We have a spot here for a villager, spot there for a villager, and a spot there for a villager. So now I'm going to take my beds that I forgot originally, and we're going to put those down. So bed there, and bed there. And I don't think it matters what way you put the bed, but I've had success with the head of the bed pointing away from where the zombie is going to be sitting. So next step we're going to do is to actually cover this in glass. So I'm going to go up 3 high on around all of the villager spots. And I'm going to leave the center for now. I will come back in and add glass later, but for now we're just going to leave it. Alright, so now all of the villager spots have 3 high walls all the way around. What we're going to do is we're actually going to put 3 high wall around where the zombie's going to stand. And I'm going to fill in this spot here with glass. You don't technically have to. I just think it looks a lot better with it filled in with glass like that. And then I'm also going to put a 3 high... Oh no! I'm 1 piece of glass short. I need 1 more piece of glass on top of this spot here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a bucket of water on the floor here where the zombie is going to be standing. So let's see if I can do this here. Nice. The next thing you'll want to do is we'll want to get the zombie in that 1 hole up above. So what I've done is created a water elevator, and I need to go get kelp and a piece of soul sand. So I'll be back. This is where I'm going to be gathering all of my kelp. The village that we grabbed our original villagers is just right over that hill. So I'll be back. Alright, so I've gotten my kelp from my ocean, and I have a piece of soul sand. So what is a bubble column or a bubble elevator? Basically what it is it's a spot where you can go in and you'll be shot up to the top, and you'll be able to go up and down that way. If you want to go up, you use soul soil. If you want to come back down, you can use a magma block. But for right now, we just care about going up because we can always just fall down here. And we're not going to be bringing our villagers down once we get them up, or the zombie for that matter. So how do you create it? Up at the top, I dropped a single source of water block up at the top. And so all of this is just flowing down from there. I added fence gates here so that the water wouldn't flow out and around, but it would just stay contained. At the bottom of your elevator, you will want to put that's where you will put your soul soil. So put that here. If you step back, you'll notice that there's no bubbles coming up. There's nothing going on. And that's alright, because the only way that this will work is if all of these water blocks in here are source blocks. And that's where the kelp comes in. If you place a kelp down, that turns that block into a source block. So all we need to do now is just... I don't know what happened there. But what we need to do is come in here and go all the way up to the top with our kelp. And then once we get to the top, let our breathing come refresh. And then we just break the kelp blocks all the way back down. And the kelp block will turn the blocks into source blocks. And there we go. We just ride our bubble elevator all the way up to the top. Cool. So now I just need to go and find a zombie and get him in here. And we'll get our villagers in here afterwards. So might have to wait a while because it's not quite nighttime. And you will want to make sure you have your name tag with you and named. I haven't changed the name for this name tag yet. So that's something that we will have to do before we get our zombie in there. Let's name him Zombo. Zombo the zombie. That makes our iron farm work. Alright, come on, zombie. We found our zombie. Yes, follow. Follow. You are going to be annoying. You go away. Thank you. Alright, I think the best way that I can do this is stand here, let him try to come and attack me, and then do a little switcheroo here. Alright, actually, what if I go up? Will he follow? Mr. Zombie! Alright. No. In the hole. Yeah, this is going to be the hardest part, getting the zombie in here, 100%. Go! He's in there. Alright, I need to deal with these guys here. Alright. Oh no. No, 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 no. A creeper just exploded down below. What did you ruin? Alright. So I've got him up here. He's the top of the elevator. And I need to get him into here. So what I think I'm going to try to do is push him in using water. Whew. That could have sent me way over the edge. Alright. We got him into our spot here. I'm going to put water down. I put water down here so that he doesn't burn up during the day. We are going to put a roof over this so that it shouldn't happen even if I don't put the water in. And then I'm going to give him a name. So there he is. He's Zombo. Because he's been named with the name tag, he will never despawn. So if I run far enough away, he won't actually despawn. Now, I'm going to put a block here on top of him so that we don't have any villagers accidentally drop down into there. I'm now going to rearrange my walls. This needs to go so that our villagers can get in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go 2 high temporary walls all the way around. There we go. So now our villagers can come up and they can go into any of these spots. Alright, it's time to grab some villagers. So I'm over here at the villager breeder. And I may have let it run for a little too long. Oops. I have since stopped it for the time being. And I laid down this track here, and it goes all the way over towards the base of our villager, or our iron farm. I will probably use my stone cutter as a job block to get them close to the elevator. But for now, we just need them over there. So, villager number 1. Alright, so I got him here at the base of the iron farm. I'm just going to drop a job block over here. He doesn't seem to see it. So, I'm going to drop it a little closer. Little closer. It doesn't seem to want to work. Well, we'll see if this works or not. Absolutely doesn't. Oh, you're wanting to take the composter job, aren't you? No. Now where are you going? I have too many job blocks around here, apparently. Alright, now he's off to be a stonecutter. Mason. I'm going to put it even closer. Now, I'm going to try to push him into the bubble column. And up he goes. Alright, so I need him to take one of these spots. Let's push you to this one. Alright, now he's in the spot. So I'm gonna block this off here, and I can probably take down my walls around him. So villager number 1 is in place. I'm going to go ahead and cover up his little platform here. So just something like this. That way, nothing unexpected can happen, theoretically. Time for villager number 2. Really? As soon as I started making walls around here, now you decide to start being helpful, doing what you're supposed to be doing. There you are. Can I jump in here with you? And villager, get out of the elevator. I said out of the elevator. Holy. You're being difficult today, aren't you, Mr. Sir? Alright. We're pushing him in there. Now we can make our walls and cover the top of his little zone. Let's get you in your spot over here. Alrighty. And that's the last villager we need up here. So, I'm going to take down all my walls. Walls are down. I'm going to cover all of this up now. Now that we have our villagers in here and our zombie in here, the next thing we need to do is to make this platform. So what we need to do, what I'm going to do to start, is to just, as you saw, I covered up the top of all of the villagers. So I'm going to cover up these corner sides here. Alright, so now I have a 7 by 11 platform. What we're going to do is we're going to pick one side. So wherever your drop zone is, so this is where I'm planning on having the golems drop down towards. This we want to make have this be a 3 by 7. So this one is basically done already. So the next thing we need to do is I'm actually going to use cut sandstone for this. So we need to go to the other end here, and we need to raise this up so that we have a 4 by 7 area left. So that means that this should be a 7 by 7 square. Alright, I now have a 7 by 7 platform and a 4 by 7 platform here. The next thing we need to do is actually put stairs along this side. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stairs. And we're going to run it just like this along the bottom here. Now the next step we need to do is our fences. So I'm going to start a fence here on the side, in the corners. And then I'm going to go out and I'm going to put the fences 1 block away from my platform here. And I'm going to do this on the back side as well. Next thing we need to do is to do a similar fence structure along this portion here. And I'm actually going to extend the 2 height here, just so that it looks a little bit better. I'm actually going to put a fence here. And then this side here, this is where we are dropping our iron golems off into the pit. This is where we need our fence gates. So I actually need to go grab my fence gates because I'm using them to hold back the water for the water elevator. So I will be right back. Alright, now that I have my fence gates, I should say, we're going to need to put fence gates all along this row right here. And then we need to make sure that they're all open. Alright, so this is what it'll look like when you get your fence posts in and your fence gates in. Next thing we need to do is drop water along the back side here, and that will push all of the iron golems off of this 7x7 area and into the 3x7. And we need to be careful of not waterlogging the fences on accident, because that will not do what we need it to do. So that pushes all of the iron golems over to here. So now what we can do is we can put a water bucket here and a water bucket here, and that will push the iron golems off into this edge. Alright, so we have finished up the water up top, so that'll push all of the iron golems from this platform over into the 3x7, and then that'll push the iron golems off the edge down to the killing chamber. Now the last thing we need to do is we need to come in here and we need to actually remove this block here. We need to remove that block there. And we need to remove this block here. Now there's a few things. Actually, I'm going to also remove that temporary block. And my pickaxe is too good. See if I can replace those blocks. There we go. Alright. Now there's... Stop hitting me! Alright, so you see this guy? This guy's scared. So he sees the zombie and he's running around and he's scared. So that's what we need to have happen. Now the other two should start doing it eventually. They may need to sleep first. Now, in order for an iron golem to be... Oh, hey. How's it going, buddy? Hi. Now, in order for these guys to be spawned, you need to have 3 villagers. They need to have a chance to talk to each other. So that's why they need to be in a relatively close area. They need to be scared. So that's why we have the zombie here. And they need to be able to sleep. So they have to at least try to sleep from time to time. So I probably won't try to just spam sleep right away anymore when it gets to nighttime. I'll try to give it a sec so they can have a chance to sleep. So they're running back and forth, and so they're scared. So this is now online and running. Now we need to get down here and start dealing with our killing chamber, and we need to kind of clean up some of our temporary blocks. So I also need to take out the water elevator. So I will be right back. Alright, I've cleaned up all of my ladders, my pillars, and my scaffolding up there. So now the next thing we need to do is worry about our killing chamber. So, as you can see, I let this run a little long, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use smooth stone around the outside here. And I think I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that should be alright. So I'm gonna try to do that all the way around and not have these guys get mad at me, because they'll hurt, especially when there's this many of them. I think what I'm gonna have to do, unfortunately, is to kill off all of these iron golems in here before I finish up making the killing chamber. Definitely should have done this before I opened up those blocks up top, but you know, live and learn. Next time I'll do it better. Alright, I've mostly cleared out my hole here, so I'm gonna try to get this next part done before any more iron golems hop down. So I'm gonna pick a direction. I think I'm gonna pick this direction because that's towards my stuff. And so I'm gonna hop down here and I'm going to remove one block from the floor. I'm gonna grab my hoppers and I'm gonna run that hopper into that direction that I picked. And then I'm going to clear out the rest of this floor and I'm going to point all of the hoppers into this one. So, for example, these two here, I'm going to run right into this one. This block here, I'm going to do the same thing. These 4 on this side, I'm going to point directly this way so that they point into this row of hoppers. And these 8 over here, I'm going to... And I might be dead here. Yep. That is super unfortunate. Alright, getting my stuff back might be a bit tricky since there's so many iron golems in there. And I guess only really one of them is mad at me. But if I start attacking the rest of them, I think they'll all start kind of swarming me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run in, grab my old iron pickaxe, and I'm going to dig out one of the sides, and I'm going to try and pick up my stuff and then try to just tower right back up out. So we'll see. We'll see if I even get there in time to grab my stuff. Old iron pickaxe. My stuff is all over the place. Is this guy still mad at me? Apparently not. But I should back out and heal before going back at it. Alright, so we have a line of hoppers there. And we're going to cover them with slabs. There we go. Alright, and I need to do these 4 here too. So, hopper, 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 slabs, oops, for all of them. And I lost my slabs into the hoppers. Next thing we need to do is put signs across. So if you shift or crouch and put a sign on top of a sign, you can actually have floating signs like this. And we're going to do this all the way across. And it needs to be about 2.5 up from where the half slabs are. And this will hold back the lava. So if my iron golems let me put down some more signs. Alright, and you are going to want to double check that you have all of your signs in here if you're about to dump lava above your head, because otherwise you yourself will die, which will not be great. So I just dumped a bucket of lava above the signs on one of the corners, and I'm going to do the same on the other corner. If I can see the other corner. Here we go. So there we go. Lava above our heads. So now this spot here is where our hopper row is going out. So what I'm going to do, right? Yeah, this is coming out here. So I'm going to kind of dig a little tunnel here. And I'm going to make a spot where I can come in here and pick up all of the iron drops. And we should also put a couple of chests here. So chest 1, chest 2. And I'm actually going to leave this open for now. Because I need these slabs. So slab. So now this is filling up with everything that's in all of the hoppers. And this one could get a slab as well. And so now every iron golem that gets spawned up in our iron golem farm up there will drop into the lava, and they'll be standing so that their head will be touching the lava until they start burning up. I didn't say it at the beginning of the episode, but this is not an original design by me. This is designed by Wattles. I will leave a link below to his channel, and go check him out. He's a really good Minecrafter, and he's pretty funny. And he's top 3 favorite Minecraft LPers. So go check him out. He's really good. But that will do it all. That is all that we will do for today. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.